The title of my homily today is In Bed with a Mosquito. I chose this title for my homily because I was thinking about all of the destruction that is going on right now in the world. Iraq, Iran, Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, a trial of a former president accused of committing 19 felonies. The list goes on and on. It's very easy to become discouraged and just give up, trying to get to the end of our small lives with as little stress and involvement as necessary. We were on vacation, but the news of the world kept breaking into our little temporarily created bubble. Then I remembered a quote from Margaret Mead, and it gave me pause to reconsider. If you think not any one person can change the world, you've never been in bed with a mosquito. Maybe, despite evidence to the contrary, despite the literally billions of people living on the earth, it might still be possible. I first thought of Malala Yousafzai, a young student in Pakistan who was shot in the head on a school bus by Muslim extremists who thought that girls should not be educated. Well, she recovered and has been speaking worldwide on behalf of girls and their right to an education. Then I thought of Greta Thunberg, the young teenager who started protesting against global warming. She is now a world-renowned speaker, continuing to speak both knowledgeably and passionately against global warming. Then I thought about other examples from the sacred scriptures. The battle between David and Goliath, the Philistine giant, came to mind first. David, the youngest son of Jesse, was still a child. He tended sheep while his older brothers were in the army trying to drive away the hated Philistines. The armies finally agreed that they would declare a winner by deciding on a winner of a 1-to-1 battle. The Philistines picked Goliath, a giant, to be their warrior. For 40 days, Goliath went out twice a day to taunt the Israelites, but no one stepped forward to a certain death. David was only sent to the battle scene by his father to take more supplies to the older brothers as the stalemate continued. David literally had to beg to be the one chosen for battle, but refused all the armaments they had put on him. Goliath was heavily armed, but David went forth just out with his slingshot and 5 round stones in a pouch. Here is the reading from 1 Samuel 17:45-50. David said to Goliath, "You are coming to fight against me with a sword, a spear, and a javelin? But I'm coming against you in the name of the Lord who rules over all. He is the God of the armies of Israel. He is the only one you have dared to fight against. This very day the Lord will hand you over to me. I will strike you down. I'll cut your head off. This very day I'll feed the bodies of the Philistine army to the birds of the air. I'll feed them to the wild animals, and the whole world will know there is a God in Israel. The God doesn't save by using a sword or a spear, and everyone is here who will know it. The battle belongs to the Lord. He will hand all of you over to us." As the Philistine moved closer to attack him, David ran quickly to the battle line to meet him. He reached into his bag, he took out a stone, he put it in a sling. He slung it at Goliath. The stone hit him on the forehead and sank into it. He fell to the ground on his face. So David won the battle against Goliath with a sling and a stone. He struck the Philistine down and killed him. He did it without even using a sword. Then he went to Goliath's body and cut off Goliath's head with Goliath's own sword. I know this is a bit gory, but this story of the young David frequently comes to my mind when I myself try to find the courage against seemingly invincible opponents. In Mark's Gospel, we find the story of Jesus' encounter with the Syrophoenician woman whose daughter was seriously ill. At that point in his ministry, Jesus believed that his mission was just for the Jews, but the Syrophoenician woman challenged him to his face. I particularly like this portrayal, because she is not some mild-mannered foreigner seeking a favor from a healer from another faith tradition, but a ferocious woman seeking healing for her daughter. Polite as be damned. And I'm sure that she would not go away until she got what she wanted. This is from Mark 7:24 to 37. And from there he arose and went away to the region of Tyre and Sidon. And he entered a house and did not want anyone to know, yet he could not be hidden. But immediately a woman whose little daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him and came and fell down at his feet. I like my version better, as the picture shows. Now the woman was a Gentile, a Syrophoenician by birth, and she begged him to cast the demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the children of Israel be fed first, for it is not right to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Yes, Lord, even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." And he said to her, "For this statement you may go on your way. The demon has left your daughter." And she went home and found the child lying in bed and the demon gone. Now to the story of why I was prompted to do this particular homily. As we were contemplating the evil's world on our vacation last week, we drove past this billboard next to the Confederate flag. I'll show you a picture in a moment. It caught our attention. A Confederate flag, no longer allowed in public places in Missouri, was literally dwarfed by the big poster next to it saying, "Equality bigger than hate." My curiosity piqued. I found her story on the internet. Let the story of Amanda Burroughs be told here. This story was published on July 17th, 2021, almost 3 years ago. A woman from Missouri has reacted to a Confederate flag by putting up her own message of support for equality for all. Amanda Burroughs from Tuscumbia organized a billboard to read, "Equality bigger than hate," in the light of the visible Confederate flag on a highway on the outskirts of the town of Eldon. After noticing the divisive symbol flying on the side of the road, she realized that the neighboring billboard was available for rent. The cost of an inclusive sign totaled $3,850 per month, which would pay for the artwork, materials, and rental. To raise the $3,850 needed for artwork materials, she established a crowdfunder. She exceeded her target by nearly 10 times her goal, raising over $37,000. In the description, she outlined her reasons for spreading this inclusive message. The Confederate flag cannot be separated from what it represented during the Civil War. Slavery, she wrote on the GoFundMe. This is not what this area is about. We wave at our neighbors, empty our pockets at cancer fundraisers, and only raise taxes for schools and police officers. She said that she was proud of the town and lives in it for its progressivism and did not want to make people feel afraid. I'm proud of that. I also want anyone who doesn't look like me to feel welcome here. Love and not hate, she continued. The Anti-Defamation League says the Confederate flag, which first emerged during the Civil War as a battle flag, has since also served as a potent symbol of slavery and white supremacy, which has caused it to be very popular among white supremacists in the 20th and 21st centuries. Ms. Burroughs' actions after going viral attracted the attention of a ranch leader of the NAACP, who labeled her efforts as courageous. If I were to speak to her, I would tell her how courageous it was for her to do this thing, and how much it can mean to the community for her to be standing up there and letting folks know that this is not the way that all the people in the area feel, said Mary Ratcliffe, president of the Columbia chapter. Ms. Burroughs explained that while she believes in the First Amendment, she did not think it was just to fly a Confederate flag. I didn't think it was fair, even though it's everyone's right to express their opinion in free speech, which I respect. I didn't want that flag to speak for me, she told the news team. In an update to the fundraisers page, Ms. Burrows on that reaction said that the reaction to her project was overwhelming. The response to this billboard message has been overwhelming and positive. I'm reading every comment and my heart is full. This has exceeded every expectation I set when this was started. With this support, we can continue to exercise our right to free speech for the foreseeable future. She said that donations had come in from all over the country, from states including Minnesota, Pennsylvania, and California. According to reports, the flag is sitting on private property, so it cannot be removed by authorities. So I figured that a woman from the Ozarks could do so much, then there would be no excuse that would hold up for her simple yet powerful witness that has changed so many lives. So look around, find something, no matter how small, that you can focus on that needs to be confronted. And just do it, mosquitoes be damned.
To the place for which our